What it do, people? And today we're talking about how. Wait, where's his man? Right here, Kevin O'Connell. Just got introduced. Well, not just, but yesterday he was introduced as the Minnesota Vikings head coach. Flew down today, and he had his press conference at 4 p.m. Central Time for, Central people. 5 p.m. EST. And, he flew down and he said in his interview that he would, he's kind of leaning towards keeping Kirk Cousins, which I'm happy with. I mean, I think we have the best odds in winning now with Kirk Cousins. In the future, 3 years down the line, will we have Kirk Cousins? That is a question that only probably the head coach knows. And he said he wants to build around Kirk Cousins. He said he wants to build more like players, around Kirk Cousins, and just basically build around Kirk Cousins. He also said on the defensive side of the ball that he would definitely like to keep. He actually said, while he was pointing out the key players on defense, he said that he would like to keep, or not keep, but have one of the big players that he likes on the defense is Anthony Barr, Eric Kendricks, and Harrison Smith. Danielle Hunter, he mentioned a bunch of other people, but he said Anthony Barr, which most Vikings fans, like I thought, that we were going to get rid of Anthony Barr, because, he was just like, he's a pretty, he's good on the defense, but he would be great to get rid of. He's taking up a little bit of, cap space, so, be good to get rid of. But Kevin O'Connell says that he would like to keep Anthony Barr, Kirk Cousins. Probably have to, you have to restructure Kirk's contract, and I hope that Kirk stays and keeps, that contract, or not keeps the contract, but, has a sort of, just like understands, and we move on. And the next thing I'm going to talk about is Kirk Cousins. We'll see in a second. Kirk Cousins, if we restructure his contract, is just saying, when you give Kirk time, when you give Kirk key players that he can, not throw to, but, like, be around, he's a great leader. If you get you have, like, the best offensive line in the league, Kirk Cousins is the best player out there. I mean, he is so perfect. His accuracy is so great. He can just put the ball on the money no matter where your receiver's at on the field. He knows where to put the ball. And that's why I think you should keep Kirk Cousins. I mean, 33 touchdowns, 7 interceptions last season, over 4,000 yards passing. Second best touchdown to interception ratio in the NFL. Behind Aaron Rodgers, obviously the MVP. But I just think Captain Kirk Cousins should definitely stay with the team. And I think this team could go, 14-3. 14-3, maybe even more than that, more wins than that, with Kevin O'Connell at head coach. And I think he's just going to have if we have a more offensive-minded head coach, it's just way better for the team. I mean, Kirk, unloading the ball down the field. You got JJ, you got Adam Thielen, so underrated. Dalvin Cook, one of the top running backs in the NFL. That stellar defense, Harrison Smith, Cameron Dantzler, Anthony Barr, maybe, Eric Kendricks, Danielle Hunter, Michael Pierce, DJ Wanham, Cam Bynum. I mean, you got so many good players back there. So many good players just in the secondary, on the offensive side of the football. And I'm just going to point out some key players that I think could go off next season. Justin Jefferson, the monster himself, J.J. Jett, man. I'm saying eventually going to get up to the greatest receiver of all time conversation. I mean, this man is insane. You throw the ball up to him, he's going to come down with it. And now with Kevin O'Connell, you can put him in the role of how Cooper Kupp got this season, where he's getting targeted almost every play, just basically building a team for Justin, or Cooper Kupp was just getting targets, more catches, and now Justin Jefferson can play that role, and Adam Thielen, how he could be playing the role of Odell Beckham on the Rams. I mean, you just draw so much attention away from Adam Thielen with Justin Jefferson on the field. They're all trying to, stay deep on him, stay with him, and then you could just hit Adam Thielen wide open because, his route run, he's insane. I mean, Adam Thielen, Justin Jefferson, you got KJ Osborne, who is really a great wide receiver on the team. I mean, he could be some team's starting receiver. He's so good. JJ is he's a monster, man, and that's why I think he could probably go off in 2022. This man, Danielle Hunter, is a monster, man. I mean, he's so good. He got injured this season and almost led the team in sacks, alright? He had 6 sacks going into week 8, week 6, week 7. He was on pace to maybe even go for 16 sacks, 15, 14, some high sack numbers, but of course he had to get injured, which really wasn't even noticed. I mean, in the Cowboys game, I was watching the Cowboys game throughout, and I didn't even see him go down. I didn't even realize that he was out until after the game, and it said that he was out for the season. I was like, come on, he's so good. And next season, I feel like he's going to just go off, man. If he can stay healthy, he is the best edge rusher in the NFL. I mean, look at the bod. Look at the bod right here. Look at the bod. Look at the veins popping out, G. You get hit by this man and you're done, bro. He is insane. And I feel like he's going to go for 15.5 sacks, 16, maybe even 20 sacks if, he's balling out. And that's why I think this man could be a key for the Vikings' success. Cameron Dantzler. This man is, I feel like, such an underrated cornerback. I mean, he stays with his man. He can, he can play so good. And that play against the Lions was Xavier Woods' fault. He was supposed to be playing more forward than he was. He was playing way too far backed off. Cameron Dantzler was in his right spot that he was supposed to be at. And, I mean, great ball by Goff as well. I mean, that was just a great football by Goff. And, I mean, there was nothing much you could have done there to really stop that. But anyways, Cameron Dantzler, I feel like he's going to have a lot of success next season. He's probably going to be locking up some really good football players, and I feel like he's got so much potential, and he showed it in the first 2 seasons to be one of those top guys that you want in your quarterback group. He doesn't let up too many big plays. He stays with his man. You get a couple picks from him, like that pick against the Lions, he came in there, I mean, just got him, you know what I mean? And he stays with his man deep. I mean, really, he's a great cornerback, and I feel like he's going to go off next season, a couple interceptions, a lot of pass deflections, good tackling, and I feel like he's going to perform very well.